This is a question about, do you make decisions with your heart or do you make decisions with your head? And how the hell do you know? How do you know? In fact, I was just talking with my creative director, and she was sharing with me that a friend of hers is going through this terrible thing right now. It's not terrible. It's just what happens in life, where she knows that the relationship that she's in isn't right. They get along really well. Things are really easy, but in her heart, she knows it just isn't right. Those are the kinds of decisions that are really difficult to make. And so it gets to the heart of Emily's question, which is, how do I know whether to make a decision with my head or a decision with my heart? I'm the kind of person that believes you should always make decisions with your heart and soul. You can use your brain for math. You can use your brain to look at the fine print in a contract. But when it comes to the actual feel of the decision, you always want to go inward and check it against your heart and soul. How do you do that? Here's the simple test. Does the decision that you're about to make expand you, expand your future, or expand the possibilities of your life? If the answer is yes, then the decision is yes, no matter how terrifying it is. If you conversely look at the choice that you have to make, and the decision will shrink you, will silence you, will inhibit you in some way, then the answer is no. No matter how easy the decision is, no matter how safe the decision is, the answer is no.
I would plan. I didn't want to make a mistake, and so I would try to come up with the perfect plan. And I spent an entire summer making a plan for my business, only to realize that once I launched, a lot of my assumptions were wrong and my perfect plan fell apart pretty quickly. And so I think this holds back so many people from actually getting started with their business. If you are planning and never doing, you need to do more. If you're doing and never planning, then you need to plan a little bit more. Like whatever you're not naturally gravitating towards is probably what you have to do a little bit more of. But for most people, for entrepreneurs, it's more of they overplan, they don't take enough action. And so just recognize that you will never have the perfect plan. It's great to have a plan. It's great to understand your market. It's great to have a pricing strategy. It's great to have a marketing strategy, an operations plan, a growth plan, a raising capital plan. It's great to think about these things. It's not just go out and hope something happens. Hope is not a strategy. But recognize that speed is important. Recognize that you don't have perfect information. Recognize that as soon as you get an idea for something, you need to go out and start testing it, because that's what's really going to tell you. You could have the greatest plan in the world and the greatest potential product, but if nobody wants to buy it because your assumptions were wrong, you're not going to get rich. You're not going to hit your goals. And so I want to help squash out the perfectionist in you. I lost a $40 million deal when I was 22 because I was too much of a perfectionist, because I didn't see that opportunity coming, because I was focused somewhere else, trying to build a perfect plan instead of actually living in the real world. And so if you are caught up in that zone right now, thinking, I need the perfect plan, eliminate it from your thinking, plan, spend some time doing it, and then actually get out and field test it to get some results.